But you know what time it is. 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 Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys today, well, about help. My partner is stonewalling me. What can I do to help? And we've got 4 tips here for you as the partner, how you can help your partner out of the stonewalling phase. Now, first and foremost, I want to say this quite blankly. You can't help if they want to help themselves. You can't help if they won't help themselves. Okay? And that's what I'm going to say for now. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification. The uploads, for those of you who are returning, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Listen, let's get into the video here as well. So, as we always do, we like to bring out the first thing, which is the definition. So, stonewalling is behavior intended to be purposely evasive by a refusal to communicate with a partner or a friend or someone. But basically refusing to communicate, whether that's verbally or non-verbally. Okay, I come over, I touch your arm, and you move your arm away as if I'm not even in there, and you walk out the room. Or I say something to you, and you ignore me. Okay, all right. Or you give me the silent treatment. All right. Some of us have been there. Our parents probably did it to us first, or our friends did it to our brother, did it to us. We know what the silent treatment is, and we know how it affects people. We've discussed that in other videos. Right now, we're dealing with how can I help you help your partner do this. Number one, let's talk about this. Creating a safe space. I spoke about this in another video, but creating a safe space is absolutely quintessential. Okay, creating a safe space basically means a place where we can come to the table to discuss matters that are vulnerable and delicate, and painful sometimes, and brutally, not even brutally, but and can be honest without there being a repercussion. It's a safe space. Do you know where you learn safe space? Between you and your friends. Okay, now you don't expect your friend to go and tell the information you guys said. You might have gossiped, we've all done it before, and said something. Now you're not expecting that information to go out there and reach somebody else's ears, because it is a safe space. And the exact same thing, it needs to happen between the two of you. The safe space between the two of you is, it can be discussed between you, but it shouldn't be used as a weapon against you. It should gain us more understanding. The safe space is not for you to tell the person, I absolutely hate you. No. That's not a safe space. And we don't want those things. Be very careful of how you deal with safe spaces. It is a place for vulnerability, honesty, but not for cruelty. Okay, it is not a free hit and it's not a free punch, but it is a space where we can begin to discuss some of the feelings and the thoughts that we're dealing with at the moment. Okay, and in dealing with a safe space, you must set up rules of engagement. Okay, things like setting up a time and a place to discuss this. It might not be a good time right now. Can we move this to Sunday and have a real conversation? I'm ready to be open then. We set up rules of engagement by setting what the rules are in between the discussion, like in terms of how, for instance, what statements you can make within the rules of engagement. Like I would say, never say never. That's a rule of engagement. Never say never, right? Because as soon as I do that, I start feeling defensive. You start feeling like you're attacking me. It's going to be long, right? Set up rules of engagement of how you want the thing to go. If you feel like, for instance, here's one of the rules of engagement: let me land. Let me finish my point before you interrupt me. Okay, if you understand me as I'm talking throughout the course of me sharing while I'm sharing, please also nod your head, or just say or just say, yeah, I'm hearing what you're saying. Give me some verbal or non-verbal cues that will let me know that you're actually hearing what I'm saying, so that I know that you're participating in the conversation. These are some of the rules of engagement, almost like you're setting up a match and you put the settings. That's what you need to be doing for creating a safe space. So you as a partner, you create the safe space for there to be a place for your partner to be able to express what they feel, and give them time. Sometimes this will not come out in the first 2 minutes. You cannot be impatient in the creating of the safe space. You've got to allow that person to be able to express what they mean fully. I've spent quite a bit of time on this, and this is not actually the video what we're doing. We're doing a video on how to help your partner with when it comes to stonewalling. Number 2 is this: review your contributions. You might not be clean. All right, you might be, but you might not be. Okay, is your side clean? Are you combative? Okay, are you an argumentative or debate style kind of energy? All right, do you allow the person to fully express themselves without cutting them off? Do you speak too much? Okay, is your volume too much? Are you too aggressive with the verbal patterns that you speak with? Like, you have to think, what am I contributing towards this particular position? And you only can find that out by first either self-reviewing or asking your partner, is there some behaviors that I'm doing that are triggering you as well? Right? Now, these doesn't go for abusive relationships. Those who are abusers, they will do whatever they want to do. But we're talking about normal people who are dealing with these kind of things. What are some of the contributing factors you want to ask yourself and ask your partner? Maybe you're contributing something and you don't even know, right? Maybe it's a look that you have. Maybe it's the way you say certain things. Maybe it's the way you bring up certain topics. These can all be part of the parcel. Number 3, leadership. Leadership, whether you're male or female, leadership in how you express feelings. Okay, I put a statement here. I feel like, it makes me feel as if, right? We say I feel because we want the person to know it's I who feels like this. And it doesn't necessarily mean definitely that's what you're doing. But when you do that, that's how I interpret and that's how I feel. It's important to use I statements because I statements put the ball back in your court saying, this is how I feel when you do this. But it doesn't accuse. It says, when you do that, that's how I feel. Now, I'm giving you an opportunity to express yourself. Maybe you're not doing it that way and maybe you have a different intention and I'm reading it wrong. When you say, when you do this, then I just know that you're just this and I know you're this and I know you're that. But when you say, I feel like whenever you do this, this makes me feel this way, right? When you begin to get angry the way you do, I feel small. I feel insignificant. I feel frustrated. I feel hurt when I see that behavior from you. And it may not be your intention, but that's how I feel. I feel statements are beautiful because it puts the ball back into your court to say, this is how you feel. It may not be what they're doing, but it may be just how you're interpreting the information and allows for open, good discussion. My final point in all of this is create a safe word for both of you to calm down in. You know, sometimes emotions are high. Conversations get peaked, get left. And sometimes people are not ready to talk at that moment. And sometimes they don't know how to be, sometimes people don't know how to express that right now it's not the right time. So sometimes have a safe word. A bit like how how Kevin Hart said, pineapples. The same way, right? It's the kind of same principle. You have a safe word for both of you. We had a safe phrase for me and my partner at the time. We had a safe phrase, which was, I'm not your enemy, right? When you say I'm not your enemy, it should snap you out and say, hey, you might be looking at things as if I'm your enemy. I'm not your enemy. I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to hear you. I'm trying to feel you. And it's a lot of pressure coming my way, but I'm trying to feel you right now. I'm not your enemy, right? You might have a different phrase. You might even use still my phrase. I don't mind, but get a phrase between the two of you or a word between the two of you that will help both of you be able to assess in this moment, we are not fighting, or we're not meant to be fighting each other. Is that we are disagreeing and I want to be able to see where you're coming from. So, you know, let me just recap real quickly. Creating a safe space, number 1, with rules of engagement, very important. Number 2, review your contributions in all of this, right? You're not the one that's stonewalling, but review your contributions. You might be aiding and abetting. Number 3, leadership in how you express your feelings. How are you expressing your feelings? You know, are you using I feel, are you using I statements? Those are very important. And never use never. Okay, I know it's oxymoron. Don't ever use never. Okay, and number 4, create a safe word that both of you can use to help bring you back to reality, so that you can begin to discuss and not be in fighting mode. But we're going to end it there for you guys. Hope those points have worked and helped. Like, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification on uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked. Stay locked.